And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
Yo, what is good? It's that boy Gibbs back with one of the best ones that I've made. UFC 300, about to be a banger. Got hella bangers on this card. And yeah, man, I think it's gonna be unrevealed greatness, unrevealed excellence, man. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at last week's card real quick. We went 9-3. We had a couple of dogs. All right, there's my screen right there. I'm gonna slide over to the first fight of the night where we went actually 0-1 in a 9-3 night. So we started the season out rough, but we bounced back. So what we had was we had Melissa Mullins losing. We did not have that. I meant Cesar Almeida won. We had that. Gene Masamuda had a nice little submission. We had that. Victor Hugo got a nice little win. Um, and Norma Dumont. We did not have Jermaine Durand losing. Lucas Bresky, we did not have that as well. So I was like, okay, so it's whatever. Um, it's all good. Then we had the Alex Morono. We actually had Charlie Campbell by decision, and sure enough, he won by decision. Ignacio Bahamondes, we had that. Chepe Mariscal was our dog of the card, and he did that. And Damon Jackson, we actually switched to Damon Jackson, and sure enough, he got the win. Um, I just figured after that round one, Hernandez would be just not there. Um, Brendan Allen, we had that, and he won by a split. So our last three fights of the night ended by split decision. So very interesting, close fights that we had there. So with no further ado, we're gonna go ahead and slide over to UFC 300, and I'm super excited for this card, guys. With the first fight of the night, we got Deiveson Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. This fight will be taking place in the bantamweight division. We got Deiveson Figueiredo 22-3-1, Cody Garbrandt 14-5. Cody Garbrandt won the last three out of his two. Deiveson Figueiredo is 2-2 in the draw in his last five. 36 years old for Deiveson Figueiredo. He's getting up there in age. 32 years old for No Love Cody Garbrandt. They're both 135, 136, 5'8" for Garbrandt, 5'5" for Figueiredo. But Figueiredo is the one who has the 3-inch reach advantage, so that would be something you got to look out for. I feel like in this matchup, Garbrandt, he will be winning until he's not. I just feel like a big bomb will land for Deiveson Figueiredo eventually in this fight. But I will say, man, there's a world where Cody Garbrandt wins, man. Like everybody's been writing Cody Garbrandt off. And I understand it. But I mean, he is the younger fighter, but he just has chin concerns. I know Cody Garbrandt, he's been knocked out 4 times in his career, so pretty much we're thinking it's gonna be a 5th time. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go Deiveson Figueiredo by knockout. But there's absolutely a world where Deiveson Figueiredo is, just behind the jab of Garbrandt. Garbrandt's using this movement. And I mean, to be honest with you, I could see Garbrandt win it by decision, but I'm going Figueiredo by knockout. But I warned you guys that Figueiredo, could get outpointed in this matchup. And we didn't take a look at the odds in that one. -350 was the opening odds. So and then now the new odds. Oops, you guys got if you stopped, you just got a couple more predictions early. Deiveson Figueiredo, man, the money's coming in on Garbrandt. To be honest with you, the money's coming in on Garbrandt plus 235. He was a minus 260 or something. Yeah, he was a minus 255. So yeah, man. So that's just how I feel. Go ahead and give me Deiveson Figueiredo by knockout. Oh, wrong one, boys. All right. Next up, we have what do we have next? Next up, we got Jim Miller versus Bobby King Green. And I think this is gonna be a good fight. We got Jim fucking Miller in the house. That's what he wants to be addressed as. So that's Jim fucking Miller. We got a lightweight bout here, guys. 31-15 for Bobby King Green, 37-17 for Jim Miller. You got Bobby King Green. He was the big favorite, but now that line definitely closed up on him. He is now only a -180 favorite. And originally I had Bobby Green. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all, but after diving into a little bit of Bobby Green's tape, you know he's not as loose as everybody thought he was. To be honest with you, like be honest, that boy be kind of getting pieced up. And I think in this matchup, man, Jim Miller, he's old, but I just feel like this is a matchup where Jim Miller is gonna probably find a big bomb. I know Jim Miller's 40 years old. I know Bobby Green's 37. I get that, but I just think this is a matchup where Bobby Green, just gets clipped with a big shot and put out. So I'm going Bobby Green to get knocked out by Jim Miller or TKO'd. Next up, we got actually a pretty damn good fight, guys. So we got Jim Miller, not Jim Miller. We got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. And like I said, this is gonna be a good fight because to be honest with you, this fight has definitely had a lot of line movement. Jessica Andrade opened up as a -130 favorite, then plus Rodriguez plus 110 for Rodriguez. Now this is pretty much a pick 'em. My recent odds that I have, excuse me, I have -115 for Andrade, and I have -111 for Marina Rodriguez. Marina Rodriguez is 3-0 as a favorite, and Jessica Andrade is 14-6 as a. I mean, Marina Rodriguez is 3-0 as a dog, and Andrade is 14-6 as a favorite. Fuck, getting the hiccups or something. Yeah, so honestly, I got Marina Rodriguez, man. I feel like she's just gonna be the more active fighter in this matchup. And I feel like Andrade, man, she is a younger fighter here, but she absolutely has more miles on the clock. And it doesn't really matter about how old the car is. It's about how much the car is used. And Jessica Andrade, man, she is a car that's been used every day, taking to work, taking the kids to school, going to get groceries. She's the car that's used for everything. And I just feel like in this matchup, Marina Rodriguez is just going to be beating her ass, and she's just going to be doing what she does. Like we were seeing Andrade get beat up by Nan Xiao Nan. Like, to be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie to you. You shouldn't get. I mean, I'm not gonna say you shouldn't be getting beat up, but like it just. I guess my thing was it just was not. It just wasn't even close. Is what I'm getting at. Andrade for no reason at any point did I think that Andrade was gonna win that fight. Give me Marina Rodriguez to be a more active, stronger, faster, slicker mover. And she's just going to be doing what she has to do. Give me Marina Rodriguez by decision. Next up, we got Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. And that should be a good one, boys. You got Jalen Turner. He's probably the best 14-7 fighter you'll ever see. You got Jalen Turner, 14-7, behind Renato Moicano, 18-5. Yeah, 28 years old for Jalen Turner, 34 years old for Renato. Both 156, 5'11 for Renato Moicano, 6'3 for Jalen Turner, and a 3.5-inch reach advantage for Jalen Turner at 75.5 to 72. I think that this is a fight where Jalen Turner is going to be getting his shots off. This is one of the fights where all the dogs have swelled a little bit, except for Renato Moicano, Sadiq Yusuff, and then Jamal Hill. So those are the only fights that have not had any movement, and it's in favor of the dog. And Renato Moicano, he's just not. I don't think Renato Moicano is gonna be able to do what he usually does, and that's take people to the ground and control them. I don't think that in this matchup, Renato Moicano can be able to avoid Jalen Turner's big bombs. I just think Jalen Turner is going to knock him the fuck out. Give me Jalen Turner by KO. And that's one of my only knockouts on the card. I have a couple of TKOs, but I don't have many knockouts. I got Jalen Turner knocking Renato Moicano out. So yeah, man, should be a good one. Next up, we have Diego Lopes versus Sadiq Yusuff. And I think this is going to be an amazing fight because you got Diego Lopes coming in, and he has double the experience than Sadiq Yusuff. Um, I just feel like this is a matchup where Sadiq Yusuff is just going to be behind. You know, he's not the better grappler. He's not the better striker. He doesn't have the better cardio. The only thing that Sadiq Yusuff has in this matchup is the power. Honestly, like honest to God truth. Somebody in the comments tell me what Sadiq Yusuff is better than if you're going to correct me. For real, though. The only thing he has over Diego Lopes is power. I feel like Diego Lopes is the slicker striker. We seen after the first round, Sadiq Yusuff don't got no juice. Like he went balls to the wall to try to knock Edson Barboza out in the first round, and he couldn't get it done. So he lost the decision where I thought that he was going to get finished. You know, you got Diego Lopes getting two nice finishes over Gavin Tucker and Pat Sabatini. But to be honest with you, either one of them guys are super Sadiq Yusuff, and I'd be lying to you guys to say otherwise. Um, I think that this is the toughest fight that Diego Lopes will have on the feet, I would say. But I think Diego Lopes will find his submission and find his spot, and he will find his finishing spot. So give me Diego Lopes by submission or TKO. Next up, we have Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. This fight's pretty good, boys. You have Holly Holm, 42 years old. Kayla Harrison, 33 years old. Both 5'8", 66 inch reach for Harrison, and then 69-inch reach for Holly Holm. You got Kayla Harrison fighting out of American Top Team. You got the Jackson Wink fighter and Holly Holm. And I think the preacher's daughter, man, I think that she's 42 years old in this spot, and that's just like, wow, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, guys. There was a no contest in the last fight for Holly Holm, where she got choked out, but I guess Myra Brano Silva had a hot drug test, so that got switched to a no contest. Honestly, we're not gonna make this too long. My guy CJ got Holly Holm, but I don't see it happening. There's no world where I see that happening. I mean, it could. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it can happen, but I just think Kayla Harrison's gonna win this fight, guys. I don't know. Better grappler, younger, fresher fighter. I'll admit that. Next up, we got Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling, and let's go through the records: 23-7 for Calvin Kattar, 23-4 for Mr. Aljamain Sterling. 34 years old for Aljo, 36 years old for Calvin Kattar, coming off a knee injury. 5'11 for Calvin Kattar, 5'7 for Aljamain Sterling. 1-inch reach advantage for Calvin Kattar. So Calvin Kattar, you know, he's tall, but he doesn't have the best. He really doesn't have the best. Reach. I mean, she's kind of short. I don't know. So I think this is a matchup where Aljo, I think Aljo has underrated striking. I think this is a matchup where Aljo can win on the feet. People are acting like Aljo has to get the fight to the ground, and that's just not the case. I mean, Aljo has good striking, competent striking. I'm not going to sit here and say he's a world beater on the feet, because if he was a world beater, then he wouldn't have got knocked out by Sugar Sean O'Malley. But man, this card is amazing, bro. Just this fight being on the prelims just really had me like, wow, bro, this is fucking crazy. But nah, man, I just think Aljamain Sterling, a guy who was coming off a main event in his last one, I just feel like this is a fight where Aljo is gonna find the back of Calvin Kattar after beating him up and piecing him up. Yeah, I think that Aljamain Sterling is gonna find a big finish via submission. Next up, we got Jiri Prochazka versus Alexander Rakić, and you got Rakić. It's gonna be Rakić because Rakić is the real pronunciation. Rakić, man, a guy who's coming off a big injury, man. He got a knee injury from Jan Blachowicz, And I think that was tough because he was winning that fight up until that point. I had it 1-1 to be honest with you. I ain't gonna sit here and say it was a sweep or nothing. Yuri Prohaska, a guy who lost the belt, well, he tried to get his belt back, was chasing greatness. Um, a guy in Yuri, man. This guy's only been in decision one time in his career. And he won it too. I think this is a fight where Rakić should be getting his he should be able to get his grappling going. He should be able to get his leg kicks going because we've seen the leg kicks from Poatan. Poatan were an issue. So I just think that there's a world where I just think there's a world where Rakić is winning minutes and he just wins a decision. My money just feels safer on Rakić, man. I'm going Alexander Rakić, y'all. I'm going by decision. I know he's coming off the knee injury. I understand that. But I don't know. Something's just telling me go Alexander Rakić, guys. So next up, we got Bo Nickal versus Cody Brundage. And this is the battle of the no nicknames. No nicknames for either man. But Bo Nickal, he has a nickname to me. That's Big Bo Nickal. Big Bo Nickal, coming in at 5-0. Cody No Heart Brundage coming in at 10-5. He did win his last 2 wins by first round finish. This one's a disqualification, but nevertheless, first round finish. If you had Cody Brundage to win in round 1, that shit cashed. So that's all I'm saying. You got Cody Brundage coming in as a -3,000 favorite. That is crazy. And you guys can check the odds for the last ones. I hadn't checked this template. I don't check it almost every fight, but I will come in, and get looks from it. Bo Nickal -3,000, +1,000 for Cody Brundage. But Cody Brundage does some of his best work at this dog tag. He's 4-2 as a dog. Cody Brundage 2-0 as a favorite. So yeah, man, I just feel like there is a world where, there's a world where Cody Brundage knocks his dude out. I ain't gonna sit here and cap you guys out, man. Like, I do another show on CJ UFC Picks. If you guys have never seen that show, go check it out. CJ UFC Picks on YouTube. But I did my breakdown, and the host of the show, I guess, he was trying to discredit Cody Brundage. He has no chance. And I mean, I'd be lying if I said he didn't have a chance. Should Cody Brundage get stopped in the first round by TKO? Yeah, that's what I'm predicting here. But I mean, I guess I'm over here just, when you guys know that anything can happen in a fight. That's all. I do have Cody Brundage by TKO, and yeah, man, that's that. I guess I will slide on to the next one. I just think Bo Nickal will probably get his wrestling going. I don't think he should be playing jiu-jitsu after the way Cody Brundage slammed Zach Reese on his fucking head. But to be honest with you, we're gonna go ahead and slide over to the next one, and this is the second fight on the main card. We got Charles DO Bronx Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan, and I think this is probably one of the more interesting fights on the card, I must say. Charles Oliveira, 34-9. Arman Tsarukyan, 21-3. 27 years old for Arman Tsarukyan, 34 years old for Charles Oliveira. 5'10" for Oliveira, 5'7" for Tsarukyan, and a half an inch reach advantage for Charles Oliveira at 74 to 72.5. So you got the shoot the box boy. This a shoot the box boy, and Charles Oliveira. You check his back. He got the new tat, shoot the box, right on his back. This dude's a man. He's a monster. He's a menace to society. Charles Oliveira is one of them guys that does some of his best work at this underdog tag. He's 8-4 as a dog. He's coming in as a dog today. But Arman Tsarukyan, he's -230 in this spot. The only time he lost as a favorite was Mateusz Gamrot, which that was a split decision. To be honest with you guys, I am going Arman Tsarukyan. I think Arman isn't scared of the guard of Charles Oliveira, And I think that's going to pay dividends in this matchup because, you know, if you go check the Paul Felder fight out, I know that was a long time ago, but you know, when you got guys that aren't scared of Charles Oliveira, they do well. Um, Go check the Jim Miller fight. Jim Miller was not scared of Charles Oliveira's jujitsu, and then Oliveira didn't respect Jim Miller. So I just think this is a fight where Charles Oliveira is a guy who has more faith in his skill than the next man. So that makes for a defensively irresponsible fighter. Um, Charles Oliveira's defense is the reason why, you know, this guy's almost an underdog in all these fights, or he is underdog in all these fights. It's his defense, man. He's getting rocked and wobbled in every fight. Like, you know, you can't tell me that Arman's not gonna knock Charles Oliveira down with a big shot. I mean, he gets knocked down. Tell me I'm lying. He gets knocked down with a big shot in every fight. So I'm going Arman Sarukian by TKO. I think he's going to be in the guard. He's going to be beating him up. He's going to have Charles Oliveira getting guarding up, and he's going to fucking get him out of there. Next up, we got the UFC BMF belt on the line, and that is Justin Gaethje versus Max Blessed Holloway. You got the highlight Gaethje coming in at 25-4, 25-7 for Max Holloway. You do got Max Holloway coming in as the big dog here at plus 190. He is 3-2 as a dog. You know, two of them losses. It was the 2 times he was a dog. Well, one time he was a favorite, and then he lost to Volk, and then the other time he was a favorite to Volk and won. And then it was a pick 'em the second time around. So yeah, man, close fight here. Closer than the line, I would say, because you know, I'd be lying if I said Max is outputting pressure, can't get to anybody in the world. Honestly, if Max is getting that left hand off that right hand, and he's just popping this man, there is a world where Max Holloway wins. To be honest with you, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. Go ahead and give me Max. I said Max, but I definitely don't have Max in this fight because I think the leg kicks. Let me explain my shit. I think the leg kicks and the just everything. Like, cause go back and watch Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje. That wasn't the Tony Ferguson that we're seeing now. That was the 12-fight win streak Tony Ferguson, and he beat the fuck out of him. I know that the boxing from Max Holloway is gonna be there. I understand that. I think Justin Gaethje is just going to hurt this man. It's going to be a doctor stoppage, like he said on a UFC countdown. I just think there's a world where Justin Gaethje is getting his best shots off because, I mean, let's be honest. I'm a Max Holloway fan, y'all. He's there to be hit, y'all. You can't say he's not. So I just think there's a world where Max Holloway is just getting his ass whooped. And go ahead and give me Max Holloway to lose by Justin Gaethje by TKO. The first time Max Holloway's lost by TKO in his career. So let me go over the picture real quick. So we got Figgy by TKO. You got Jim Miller by TKO. Rodriguez by decision. Turner by KO. Lopes by submission. Kayla Harrison by decision. Aljo by decision or submission. Rakić by decision. Sarukian by TKO. Bo Nickal by TKO. And Gaethje by TKO. So we're going to slide over to the co-main event of the evening where we got Zhang Weili versus Nan Xiaonan. And dude, this fight is fucking slept on. Like, to be honest with you, like, this going to be a good fight, bro. Like, I know it's a women's fight. I know people are like, oh, why are the women fighting? Bro, this fight is going to be fire. You got Nan Xiaonan. It's a weird nickname. Versus Weili Magnum Zhang. They're both from China. You gotta mention that because this is one of the biggest fights in China history. I can't think of any bigger fight. As I close the ad, it comes right back. Both 34 years old. They're like a mirror of themselves, man. It's crazy. 5'5" for Nan Xiaonan, and they both had the same reach. You got Nasha, man. She's been at Team Alpha Male and she's been looking good ever since. Her last loss in the UFC, I felt like that was bullshit, and she fucking won that fight. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I had no money on that fight. I had no money on that fight. I thought Nasha won that fight. Went back and watched it. I seen the same thing. It was a robbery. If you guys go back, Nasha is 3-1 as an underdog, and she got robbed by Ravina Rodriguez. You see that? Robbery. She got robbed. That's in the notes. So in my mind, she's 4-0 as a dog, Sugar Sean style. She's undefeated in my mind. Weili Zhang, man. She's 7-2 in the UFC, but she got knocked out by Rose. Then she lost a close one to Rose Namajunas. I felt like she was fighting a little timid in that fight, you know. She was too worried about that head kick. Every time Namajunas would go get a leg kick, she'd close the guard. I mean, raise the guard. So it's like she was going for a leg kick. So, you know, it's like she had a little bit of PTSD in that fight. But to be honest with you guys, man, if we're going to just talk the fight, I think Weili Zhang got to wrestle in this fight, y'all. Because if she don't wrestle, bro, I'm telling you, it's going to be 9-9. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. So what I just said is if Weili Zhang does not wrestle, now Shana would be winning minutes on her feet, guys. You got now Shana coming in as a plus 300 underdog. I just don't understand that line, man. This line's off. There's no way anybody should be a plus 300 in a title fight. I'm going to dog here, y'all. I'm going now Shana. Now Shana, man. That's the pick by TKO. That's the pick, man. To be honest with you. And go ahead and give me that as my dog of the card. That is my dog of the card. Now Shana is my official dog of the card. She's gonna win this fight and new. I'm telling you. I'm telling you here first. I don't know where my glasses are. I'm looking at them. I'm not gonna get up. But Thug Life glasses on, boys. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm ready. Yeah, man. Having said that, we're gonna go ahead and slide over to the next fight, where we have the main event of the evening. We got Jamal Hill. Oh, we got Jamal Hill. Okay, I don't. What's going on? Okay. We got Jamal Hill coming in 12-1. We got Alex Pereira coming in at 9-2. You know, I'll say Jamal Hill had a pretty impressive win in this last one. You know, Jamal Hill's known for his stone tough durability, and he's known for his big bombs in his hands. But he went to decision with Glover. And I thought that was crazy how he could finish Glover. Jamal Hill to win by decision was plus 700. So that was a low likely outcome there. Alex Pereira, a guy who knocked out Jiri Prochazka, the guy that Jamal wants to fight, you know. Then he beat Blachowicz and then in a split decision. Then he beat Adesanya. Then he knocked Sean Strickland out, but then he did get knocked out by Adesanya 2 fights ago. Jamal's been on a big win streak since he's got his arm snapped. He's been 4-1, and you know this 4-fight win streak got a 3-fight win streak got him a title shot. Knocking out Jimmy Crute, that was good. Knocking Johnny Walker out was good, and knocking Thiago Santos out was good. But to be honest with you, one could say that you know, I guess it's padded a little bit. I ain't gonna. One could say that, you know, Jamal Hill's been getting speed. He's been getting what's that called? He's been getting built up. Because to be honest with you, You know, he was supposed to beat Craig in that fight. He lost his O. You know, to be honest with you, he was supposed to win that 265 favorite. He was supposed to win that, boys. He dropped the ball there, to be honest with you. So this is one of the fights where the odds have not changed a lot. You got Alex Bejeda minus 150, 5-0 as a favorite. Jamal Hill plus 118. Plus 118 is and he's 1-0 as a dog. I've been really on the fence about this fight, and I'm gonna take a hit of the gas. Once again, I ain't roll up none. I'll give you guys my pick after I hit this. See them eyes. I'm gonna give you guys my pick, man. I've been on the edge the whole time. Just play this fight to not go the distance. This isn't Glover Teixeira here. This fight's not going the distance. I hate to give this pick, man. Go ahead and give me Alex Bejeda by knockout. He's in a TKO Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill, man, he checks leg kicks with his legs. And I just feel like this is a fight where Bejeda is gonna find that left hook, man. Jamal Hill is shown to be very defensively irresponsible. You know, we've been hearing a lot about that lazy left hand, that lazy lead hand from Jamal Hill. The right, it stays down. And there was just a lot of shots from Glover that I seen him just landing. And I feel like if Alex Bejeda lands them same things, you know, like Jamal Hill got this little cut under his eye. Like if Jamal Hill, if that had been Bejeda, his whole face would have been open. Literally, his whole face would have been open. So basically what I'm saying is just a different in power, man. And Glover actually has power. So you can't tell me that Bejeda can't knock this dude out. And I'm a Jamal Hill fan. I'm a fan of the sport. But I actually am a Jamal Hill fan, you know. I would say that. That's why I had to take a hit of the gas, and that was the reason why I didn't want to get his pick out. I actually had Jamal Hill on Bro's show, and I switched the pick. So yeah, this is Sunday. One more week. If you skip 7 days over, we'll know who won UFC 300. Everybody. So to be honest with you, I'm going Bejeda, but there is a world where Jamal Hill knocks him out. So I already gave you guys my picks. You guys see my picks down there. No need to go over them. I will see you guys in the next one. The next one will be Perez versus Mateusz Nickal. That's April 27th, I believe. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Video's already 30-some minutes long, so I'm gonna get you guys out of here. I hope everybody has a great night, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.
And I've been waiting for this moment for all